If we talking looks, sound, hooks, I'm the littest one. Just sent your wifey 5 a text. So fresh and so clean. I keep it viewed on that Don Julio.
Cause I be eating weed.
Hey you guys, what's up? It's your boy Tyson. I am reporting not only to Spotify, but also on YouTube in person. I decided for these last 4 episodes, I want to try to roll them out day by day. I might record 2 tonight and then, maybe 1 tomorrow, whatever. But I want to roll them out day by day. Trying to kind of give a little push to the algorithm because, like I said, once I post the last episode, I'm done. And I'm going to give it a break for a month or 2. See if the traction picks up. Of course, if it, booms, then of course, I'll come back and do more. And hell, maybe this will help. Maybe, maybe some people prefer to have the option to listen to a podcast, versus, or see a podcast visually. You know what I'm saying? That's what I meant to say. Damn. All right, shit. So at any rate, so yeah, and maybe what I originally planned was to do snippets. So I was gonna do on YouTube because I record in 4K, baby. So I was gonna do maybe like 15-minute videos, maybe 20. And just depending on how long the episode is going, because in my head I'll never know when I'm done, because I'm doing this rant style, but I do know I can feel out the conversation, like in my head, like when I don't have any thoughts or when I'm starting to go down on thoughts, you know what I'm saying? But damn, what was I finna say? Oh yeah. So what I might do is post a full version of one of these episodes, man, just one. Ain't finna do them for all. Hell, unless I post this and wake up and this bitch got 1,000 views tomorrow, then hey, bitch, I'm on it, bitch, I'm on it. Yes, I do the cooking. Yes, I do the clean. Okay. So at any rate, but yeah, otherwise I'm not gonna, nah. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I just want to, I'm in my era of just fucking go. Let's do it. Like, I had the idea to do this show and I was high. Then I kept thinking about it and I was like, you know what? Shit, let's see it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've seen people get high on shows before, but I'm talking about like, just a high deep dive type. I don't know if there's any channels out there like that. I don't know. But I don't know any. So I was like, well, let's see this. Do some rant style, intellectual, high ass content. And if there's anybody out there that y'all listen to, let me know, because I definitely would like to see that. Because I don't know, when people are high, like the juices just be flowing. They be flowing. Now, me, I got ADHD, so I kind of be going a little bit everywhere, but just stay on the train with me. Don't jump off. And I promise you, I'm tired of it all in with a, oh, excuse me. Now I'm going to wrap your coffin with a bow. Fucking dead. I'm going to wrap it up with a nice bow. You know what I'm saying? I was so aggravated when she said that song's not about Lil' Kim at the beginning. Like, girl. We really let Nicki play Lil' Kim, though. I don't like that. It's giving anti-black. Now, I love Kim. She also is giving it. But I try to have grace. Like, she's a product of her environment. You know what I'm saying? This community doesn't like, and it's sad. And yes, we saw that she was pretty, but she just didn't see that. I don't know if that has something to do with maybe her relationship with her mother or... and I've never looked into that, so I'm not speaking to that like I know. I don't know what was coming up, Could be a relationship with the black boys at school, because Quiet as Kept, it starts there. You're too dark. Ooh, if my son, I'll snatch his ass up. Just playing. I don't think I'm having kids. I go back and forth on it. I'm I want to continue on my mental health journey, and I definitely want to hit rich uncle status with one of y'all auntie's bank accounts, routing money to mine, and live first, and then I'll come back and do assess children. But yeah, mine won't have to show you the pictures of their grandparents though. Stop picking on the mixed people. Oh, y'all be getting on my nerves. At any rate, back to what I was saying. So yeah, at any rate, that's the role. Oh, okay, I did skip that. Okay, all right, back to what did I start? I don't even know, child. We're gonna start if I did not start. So today we're talking about, me coming to the realization that I am like a universal black sheep, I feel like, in a way. And let me be very clear. I am the life of the party, and it's just me being honest. I am the life of the party type of guy. A lot of people fuck with me, like, when I go around, my charisma, my, like, people really get a good vibe off of me. Like, I'll make friends in the grocery store and be talking to a motherfucker for like 20 minutes. To my detriment, child, to my detriment. Because, bitch, I just came in here for 3 things, bitch. Oh, my God. But at any rate, I remember the funniest time. One time I was high, and I was in Kroger. And me and these black ladies was looking at the cookies. And I was like, the sad thing is they be looking better than they taste. And they was like, yeah. But I was like, I don't know. That would look kind of good because I'm high as shit. And they was like, us too. And we had like hugged each other good night. Just little pleasantries and stuff. And I don't know. I really don't relate to a lot of black men when it comes to that. Like, and I didn't have the best relationship with my mother. I've spoken about my family in somewhat of a length on my channel before, and on a couple podcast episodes, not on Pretty Pert Potent, but on Let Me Relax, if I posted it over there or whatever. But I don't take that out on all black women. Makes no sense. A lot of this community lacks logical, like, I'm just saying, for somebody who we always keep it real, we so gangster, we so G, a lot of y'all just, the simplest thing gets y'all in y'all feelings. Talking about biracial people being biracial and not black gets y'all in y'all feelings. Talking about colorism gets y'all in y'all feelings. You sensitive ass bitch. And if it don't apply, let it fly. And if it don't apply, let it fly. Not the next single. But no, for real. Which, by the way, I do have a new single on the way. I'm working on it. I think I'm going to start recording tonight, and if my nose unclog up. Because, what is that? Gross. At any rate, pollen and the weather is like, it's too much. But at any rate, going back to what I was saying, I'm at a point where I'm awakening to so much. What is it? That frontal lobe, 25, 26. When it hit, it just, I'm 25, but I'm saying, I've heard it's around that age. But, yeah, there's so much stuff I'm awakening to, and it's a roller coaster, if I'm being honest. We make elevation, we glamorize it, and we do a disservice when we do that, because elevation is, and this is coming from somebody who I'm honestly not that emotional. I really don't. Like, I mentioned earlier, I'm the life of the party guy. I don't like people like that. Like, and I don't know if that's something I get from my mom. I get a lot from her. If you've ever met her, same thing. There are people who don't know that my mom had children, that when I met them, I remember one time it happened in Walmart. I remember that for sure because it was back when I used to work there. But when I met or talked to the lady, she was like, you look like somebody I know. Do you know Margaret? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, that's my mom. She was like, I didn't know she had kids. That's how much we look alike. That's how much we sound alike. That's everything. You know what I'm saying? So, hell, we'll talk and then look at each other because we said the same thing. And bitch is giving motherfucking twitches too, bitch. Because didn't they used to do that on there with Tia Tamara? Did they used to do that on there? It was one show with twins where they did that. I don't know. I'm high as hell. No, it has to be. But at any rate, back to what I was saying. I just don't understand. Like, let me see. And also, with us having not the best relationship, think about even that. We look alike. We look alike. Like, so I just like that as an element of a layer that I can't factor executing right now, but that's very frustrating. But at any rate, yeah, back to what I was saying. My respect for Black women, my love for them, it's natural, it's just natural. And maybe that also comes from the relationships I have had with Black women that are successful. Some of my biggest mentors are Black women. Some of my biggest inspirations, and some of my biggest safety nets. You know what I'm saying? Like, another thing I'm getting more comfortable with is it is what it is with me. In my last video on TikTok, I addressed the Jonathan Majors situation. I was like, the same men who called him gay and effeminate are the same men who are now rushing to his aid now that he is on abuse allegations. Notice how quickly y'all flock to men who are abusive and fly to their aid. That might need some introspection or some linear thinking. And I don't even know if y'all are going to get that because I heard that our reading levels stop at level 8 as Black men. So, and I'm not going to lie. I was having a conversation with somebody on Twitter the other day and I said, I'm not going to lie. I think about the quality of the conversations I hear from us. The quality of Black men that I do know. Like, I don't know many Black men that haven't been to jail or don't have kids. And when I say no, I'm not saying no. I'm saying know them as in I know that about them. I'm not saying we're friends or anything like that. I got one or two that I need to get rid of. I see one kind of improving with his shit. And that's another thing about elevation we don't talk about too. We glamorize the shit, but certain people got to get cut the fuck off. I can't sit here and speak about this conscious shit and then have a friend that's a 4-time baby daddy with no ring. I can't do that. That's where not all men, a lot of y'all need to shut the fuck up. Because for one, yeah, it's not all, but it's more than enough. And for two, yeah, it might not be you doing it, but you got a friend who do it? Like, come on now. It ain't rocket science. At any rate, that's another thing I'm coming more comfortable with. I'm just coming more comfortable with my relationship with the collective Black man. If I meet, even when especially when it comes to coworkers, I'll be very real. Like I'm always standoffish with new coworkers in the way that I just let things flow naturally. I won't even say that standoffish. I just kind of let it flow how it needs to flow. And, child, now I'm finna be ratchet as fuck. Ooh, that's a lot. A lot of yes. Fucking dead. But at any rate, wow, I'm high as hell, because no, I did not just do that on camera. But, at any rate, that's what I was saying. Damn, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I'm definitely like kind of I just let things flow naturally when it comes to new coworkers. But if they're black and they're a man, I just kind of whatever happened. I don't go out of my way to speak. I don't do that. Like I've just learned. Excuse me. There's a missing level of conduct when it comes to black men who are dealing with not so masculine black men or black men that, you know, not your type of black man that most black men like. You know what I'm saying? The way that y'all talk, the things y'all say, the things you're comfortable doing, like it's kind of, and I'm speaking in terms of like a heteronormative black man versus a non-heteronormative black man. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain, it's a certain missing level of conduct and respect that's not there that I'm just kind of tired of dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. A lot of these people in the community that is ostracized by black men in particular. And, well, let me not say that, because black women they can be homophobic as well, or, you know, non-binary phobic, whatever the fuck. They can be that as well. I don't think they're as bad at it with black men. Like, black men, like, will what's it called? Hell, they'll unalive you. If you know, it's kind of funny. I have this weird theory, but if you think about it, I think it works. I think that the only way that men will understand misogyny is when other men put them through it. Hey, you guys. So, editing Tyson here real quick. I did not tighten this point all the way, so I'm going to have to break the rule a little bit because I'm not high right now, but it's what it is. Excuse me. So, in terms of what I was saying with men needing to experience misogyny to understand it. It's misogyny in and of itself that this even happens. But for instance, when I have male coworkers, and I'm just being honest, most of them tend to be black, that do this. But when I have them question me on my sexuality, which in and of itself is misogyny, because the feminine energy that you're picking up from me makes you feel that you're entitled to even ask me that in the first place because you don't respect femininity in general. If we really want to go all the way there. But neither here nor there. When y'all do corny shit like that, weird shit like that, y'all, and I'm talking about, I don't even know y'all. Like, y'all might be there for like 3 or 2 days. Maybe not even. I've had niggas on their first day or on my first day ask me this shit. Boy, I don't fucking know. You back the fuck up. Bitch, I ain't even finished training yet. And you ain't gotta worry. I don't want you. I don't date coworkers. I don't play that. Now if my music take off, I don't know, I might reconsider, because it's not like we're bound to the same building, and, you know, if we break up, like, if you break up and you're music artists, then you could just avoid each other. You know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. Besides the award shows and stuff, I mean, that's just, 3-4 hours, you know. I'm mature. So I'm not one of those people where it's like, F my ex, or my ex, that's why her pussy stink. Cause I mean, and I hate when people do that shit, cause like, you was licking on it though, like, that was your ex, you loved them, it's okay, unless they just did you wrong. If they cheated, especially if they had a child and one day we need to talk about how normalized that is in our community for like the men to just, bitch, you can't even just cheat, but you gotta have a baby outside of, bitch, and y'all think I want to be with niggas, but no, at any rate. When things like that happen, I have started to turn around and ask my male coworkers something equally offensive. Because for me, I'm already a private person in general, but because of the strained relationships I've had with men in the past, I don't really, like I said, I'm kind of standoffish. So, and like I've said in my content, I've learned to just be you know, if I approach certain things, like, for instance, the app on Bumble, I've used that. That's been more helpful in getting male relationships, and I think that's balanced out my perspective a bit. But in terms of just everyday men, you know, stranger men in the grocery store, you know, if, you know, a conversation strikes, you know, if something, I don't know, if something happens and, you know, we look at each other and the conversation strikes, cool, but I don't expect that. I don't, you know, It's just an understood rule when you're a non-heteronormative man. You kind of just baby steps, and pivot from there. But I do feel like, just like in my situation where I would ask them something equally offensive to the question that they asked me, like all of a sudden I'll say some off the cuff shit. I'd be like, okay, so you wash your booty hole? Because, and that's so funny because men hate when you like start asking shit like that. So, but to me, the thing is, you just asked me something equally violating. You know what I'm saying? Which to me, bathing shouldn't be that much of a taboo thing, but neither here nor there. You just asked me what I'm into, what I go home and do at night in my bedroom. That's literally what you asked me. Why is that? Why is that okay for you to ask that? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's my advice for the non-heteronormative man. If you got men asking you that shit, just ask them something that's going to equally fuck them up in the head back. And hopefully they'll stop doing that shit. I've actually had men apologize after because they're like, I didn't know that made you feel that way. At that point, to me, it doesn't mean anything because for me, I'm the type of person, once you ask me that, I already know what type of person you are. There's just no coming back from that with me. And it's not that it's a big deal in terms of the assumptions or whatever. It's just you invaded my privacy. I don't know you like that. And I feel like the only person that needs to ask sexuality questions are people who are sexually interested. Not interested. But at any rate, on top of that, another example that I provided, this one is a bit more taboo. I would say that men, like the way that we respond to abuse, for example, I think some men need to go through it, honestly and truly. You know what I'm saying? They like the things that I see being said. I literally saw somebody tweet. Rihanna had, she did the Super Bowl, and Chris Brown had tweeted, "Imagine if he run up there." He tweeted "Go Girl" or something like that, and then the person reposted that and said, "Imagine if he run up there and beat her A again." So first of all, you already know that an XY chromosome said this, because why? But at any rate, I feel like he needs to get beat up. Whoever said that tweet needs to get beat up. You don't understand what it is to get beat up. You don't understand what abuse is. You don't understand the realm of it. When it comes to joking about trauma and abuse, I understand that humor has a place for dark areas as far as comedy is concerned. But here's the thing about that I think needs to be a golden rule. If you're not a part of the marginalized group or the people that your joke is about, then you need to shut the fuck up. It's not your joke to tell. You know what I'm saying? And domestic violence is never going to be something funny to joke about. Like, a lot of y'all be sounding like the oppressors. Y'all be sounding just like them. But at any rate, that's another conversation for another day. But yeah, I do feel that needs to happen. Maybe that's an extreme view of mine, but neither here nor there. And, it's not a one size fits all. If you're not a misogynistic man, then obviously you have a realm on the privileges that we have in this community as men, even as black men. You know what I'm saying? So obviously I'm not speaking about you, but I definitely do feel there's a subset of men that if they went through abuse of all kind, then they would be a lot more sympathetic. And because we are not sympathetic creatures, that's the logical deduction that I've come up to in my brain. But hey, I'm spitballing. Y'all let me know down below. Maybe I'm crazy. And just to give an example of what I mean, this is a less extreme example, and it also uses a woman instead of a man. Sorry, it's the first thing I could think of. The fact that I had to use a woman for the example of accountability is telling. But in terms of the television that we, consume, and this is kind of oldie, but Pretty Little Liars, when Allison was in jail, and I think she was speaking to Hannah, I want to say, and she was tearing up, and she apologized for telling the girls what to do, what to wear, who to like. She had to go to prison to realize that she imprisoned those girls. You know what I'm saying? Now, other people watching that situation from the outside in could easily tell that she's manipulating them. She was altering them into being her puppets, whatever. But she actually needed to go through that in order to come to the conclusion that, oh my God, I F these girls up. You know what I'm saying? So some people in society, they have to go through it or a form of it or see it in order to understand, yo, that shit ain't cool. Same thing with, to tie this in with a bow, men. The same men that run around being playboys all throughout their youth, when they get daughters, how do they act? Drops the mic. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, for me as a, I guess you say non-binary. I was saying metrosexual. Apparently that's outdated. So, non-binary, whatever the fuck. Me, I'm just me. Like, I don't, there are things that I'm into that's masculine, things that I'm into that's maybe more so feminine, but I don't give a fuck. That's just me, bitch. And your mama like it. So why the fuck is you mad? But at any rate, when it comes to like things of that nature, I just kind of take a step back. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I remember one time I was in the club. No, not the club. I was at a bar. And I'll never get this. And it be making me want to even... Because I already have this kind of like, with what I know, with what I know about this community, I'm more so upset with our elders who didn't fix the shit back then. Because now we got to fix it now. And now we have to deal with the aftermath of y'all not fixing it now. Or fixing it back then. So I'm more upset with them. So I already have a kind of when it comes to older black men. But I was in the bar and this black man was like, no. We were having some banter with a friend. And this black man, what was it? Older black man, definitely older. But he was having some banter with my friend or whatever, and they were laughing. So I might have said something. I can't remember what I said, but I said something, and he was like, "Oh hell no," something like that. Da, 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 da. Let me be very clear. My feelings are not hurt because I know what that means. When you're a non-heteronormative man, especially a non-heteronormative black man, you know when you're being given disdain and disrespect right in your face. Let me be clear. My feelings weren't hurt, but your hips was about to be. I fight senior citizens. I don't tolerate disrespect from nobody. So my friend pulled me away promptly. My friends be feeling my energy. I wish strangers would understand me more, cause my friends be feeling me. They be feeling. They read the room. So at any rate, at this point, I'm gonna have to cut that video portion short so I can have enough space for all of the snippets. Thank y'all for rocking me on YouTube. If you want to hear the rest, it will be available on Spotify. Y'all be on the lookout for new music, and I will catch y'all on my next video. Hey, you guys, if you would like to hear the rest of this podcast, please check me out on Anchor.fm, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all other podcasting platforms. Thank you for listening.